and welcome to my channel, Knitting Books, etc. My name is Cristina and I come to you from Lisbon, Portugal. So I am waiting for work meeting, and I thought that I'm here in my living room where I have my DVDs. So I thought that I would talk a bit about the films I have related to Jane Austen books, because Jane Austen is my favorite author, and I also love watching film adaptations from her books. So the first two I want to show you are single DVDs. What I mean by single is that I don't have any other adaptation. So the first one I have here is Northanger Abbey, and I have to say, let me see if I can find this, the date. 2007 says here. So I don't remember watching this, which because I remember watching a previous version, but I don't have it. And this one here, I really don't remember. I think I'm going to watch it today, because I cannot talk about it because I don't remember. But this year I read. Sorry, I couldn't see. I didn't know why. I read Northanger Abbey, which I enjoyed more than the previous times I read it. Although, let me preface this by saying that I love all Jane Austen books. But then, of course, I have some which I prefer to others. And until now, I always said, and I think it's still true, that Northanger Abbey is my least favorite, which means that I still love it, okay? So I think that I'm going to watch this today. Then the second one, so least favorite, which is a book I love anyway, it's Mansfield Park, and I only have this adaptation, which many people already said, and it's true, it's not a good one, because Mansfield Park is a book where we spend the whole time inside Fanny Price's, the main character, head, in a way, because so we are, and she is a very introvert person, very calm, very silent, if you want, and so it's difficult, I guess, to make an adaptation of that. So here they changed Fanny Price. So not that I disliked the film, I didn't, but it's different from the book. Then we move to Sense and Sensibility. It's my third least favorite, if you want. And we have the classic adaptation of the book with lots of famous actors like Emma Thompson and Kate Winslet. Sorry about the glare. Let's see. And then we have Hugh Grant and Alan Rickman. And what I like this film, but I think that the actors, especially the female actors, are very old for their roles, because we forget sometimes that Eleanor, which is the main character, is 19 years old, and Marianne, her sister, is 17 years old. And I think that I read the other day in that book, John Mullen's book, the book which is What Matters in Jane Austen. It's a great book. I loved it, and I loved it. No, I'm still reading it, and I am enjoying it thoroughly. So, but Emma Thompson was 36 or 38. I don't remember what he said when she performed here. So that's the only thing I have to say about it. Then I have another adaptations where I think that the authors are a little bit, the actors are perhaps younger, as you see. I have to say that I need to rewatch this because I don't remember much about this adaptation. I know that when I watched it, I liked it, but I cannot say much about it because I don't remember it. Okay, so I have to rewatch this. What is fun is that some of the actors are actors that appear in many BBC adaptations, so I'm always, for example, I'm always thinking about, I think that this guy appeared in Our Mutual Friend, which I watched last time after I read the book. So I'm always finding the same faces, which is somehow funny. Okay. Then we move to my fourth book, which is Persuasion. And the first adaptation of Persuasion that I watched, and I watched this, I think I watched this, I don't know how many times, but so many times. And for a long time it was the only adaptation I had, and very good. I think that I think it's a good adaptation of the book. That's what I have to say, because it's been, I don't know, I read the book last summer, I think, the last time I read it, and from what I remember, this is a very good adaptation. Again, what happens with these BBC films is that I get a bit distracted with the actors. For example, what I mean is Mary Elliott, which is now, I don't know, Musgrave, her one of the sisters of Anne Elliot, is the same actress that is Miss Bates in Emma adaptation. So I'm sometimes always thinking about those things when I watch the adaptations, but this I considered a very good one. But then I got this one, which not that I disliked it, because I like the book so much, and the books have always so much in it that I think that you can have 10, 12 adaptations where you focus on little details which are different from each other, and you still have a good story. This one, I watched it, it was a good story, but I think that there was certain parts which are, I considered silly. An example is, there's a scene where Anne Elliot is running around Bath like crazy, in a way that even today people would think, what is happening here? Okay, so imagine in the Regency period. So certain parts which again I found a little bit awkward, but I loved it anyway. It's difficult for me not to like an adaptation, because I like everything so much in these books that I like to watch. Even if it's only one scene that I think it's good, I like it. Then we move to my second favorite, which is Pride and Prejudice. And so, of course, the best adaptation for me, it's this one here. And I think that this is a good, every other adaptation from any other book compares to this one. So, of course, this is a TV series with, I think, 6 episodes, so and everything is great here. After I got this, I decided to get some other adaptations. One, of course, this one I saw it in the cinema, and then I got the DVD. Again, here again, there are certain scenes which I think are silly, but still I enjoyed the film. And then, just because someone gave this one to me, which I saw it already once or twice, I don't remember, but it's a funny Bollywood adaptation of Pride and Prejudice. So as you can see, the title is Bride and Prejudice, and I cannot say much about it because there's of course lots of dancing and lots of music, but I cannot remember the rest. But so this is a modern adaptation of the story. And then, just for completeness, I decided to get the oldest adaptation, which let me see if you can see here these women here. Look at their clothes. They are not Regency clothes. So I think that they are clothes of a later period where they have their waist is thinner, and but so this is a classic, the classic one with Laurence Olivier and Brie Larson. So, and now we come to my favorite book, which is Emma. And Emma, there's as you know, a 2020 adaptation, which I cannot show you because I have it in digital form only. So from Apple Movies, I think, or I don't know if it's how it's called now. It was iTunes, but then they Apple TV, I think they changed it. Never mind. It's a 2020 adaptation where I think I talked about it a bit. I don't think that Emma is very true to her character in the book. So she is, the film is beautiful. The clothes are amazing, the colors, everything is beautiful in that film. And even if it was only because of that, it was worthwhile watching. Then there are certain aspects like Emma herself, which I didn't quite like. Emma is not like that in the book, in my opinion. Because Emma is not enduring character at the beginning of the book, but this Emma in the film was a little bit, even I don't know why, what's the reason, she was a little bit nastier, if you want. But I cannot show you so that adaptation because I don't have the DVD. But then the first, I think, adaptation that I watched, oh no, I forgot to show you something here. There is a Pride and Prejudice which I must watch too, because I don't remember buying this DVD, and it's in Dutch. And so I hope they talk in English, because I must have bought it because it was another adaptation that I hadn't watched. So I can see that it's a BBC one, but the DVD comes in Dutch, and I think that I haven't watched this, which is so strange, because if I buy a DVD I normally watch, but I don't know, it's this. So after I watch Northanger Abbey, I have to watch this one. So now Emma. So I talked about, I wanted to show you the first adaptation I had of Emma was the film I also saw in the cinema, and I watched this adaptation so many times because for a long time it was the only one I had. So I liked it. yes, it's I think it's a good adaptation. Has incredible actors like her father, Michael Gambon, and so this is the, for me, it's the classic one. Then I heard about an adaptation with Kate Beckinsale, and I got it and I watched it several times. I also liked some aspects of this. Again, the other day I saw someone saying that here the character of Mr. Knightley, Mark Strong, is very serious and always, where here Jeremy Norton is a little bit more funnier and livelier. Here, this one here is always very how would I say, he looks angry all the time. So, but there are aspects here I like too. Then comes my favorite adaptation of all, which is this one here. Again, this perhaps is not a fair judgment because this is a 4 episode or 6, 4 I think, I don't know, but it's a series, so longer, so you have more time to develop the story in the film, and so it's a great adaptation in my opinion. Okay, and finally there is another adaptation which I watched lots and lots of times, and I think it's so great. And the first time I watched it, I didn't know it was an Emma adaptation, and of course I'm talking about Clueless, which in Portuguese has the silly title of The Girls from Beverly Hills, but you know it's Clueless. And this is such a great modern view of Emma, so well done I think. And it was so funny, first time I watched it I was always saying, oh, that's this person and that's that, because I almost know the story and the characters by heart. It was so funny to see the characters here. So again, of course, the 2020 I cannot show you, and I got some surprises, as you can see when I picked up the films, because that Pride and Prejudice I don't remember even getting it, and the Northanger Abbey I don't remember watching it. So I hope you are having a good time. Here it's a little bit, I have my hair is still wet because I had to have a shower and wash my hair because it's too hot for me here, although it's better than in some last week was worse, but still it's too hot for me. But I hope that you're having a great time, and I'll see you next.